Changes to Samoa's electoral law has become a divisive issue in the country. Last Friday, Samoa's government expanded online voting registrations to Samoan citizens living overseas. It's raised questions about how involved the Samoan diaspora should be with their motherland's elections. Whina Funua has more.
Samoa's Electoral Amendment Bill 2024 was passed in Samoa's parliament in Apia last Friday. Samoa's opposition party is against the changes, which allows Samoan citizens living overseas to register online. Human Rights Protection Party Secretary Lealailepule Rimoni Ayafi told RNZ Pacific that electoral laws had been originally designed for voters who own land or have a place of residence in Samoa.
The whole concept from the beginning is for those Samoans who just recently migrated overseas. They still have a house here. We are trying to discourage that notion that people never been to Samoa or been away 20, 30 years. We don't think it's fair for them to participate because most of them are not aware of what's going on here.
Samoa's Electoral Commissioner Tuia Felolo John Stanley has dismissed concerns. Tuia Felolo told RNZ Pacific registrations had to be completed in Samoa with biometric tests. He says the law had been created to make it more convenient for Samoan citizens based overseas to register to vote.
Any Samoan citizen who lives overseas or in Samoa, you are able to apply for registration online. There are requirements, there are documentation that you have to provide to confirm, evidence to confirm your birth. You're 21 and over, and you have a Samoan citizen.
But Opposition Secretary Lealailepule says there are other concerns, such as compulsory voting laws, which needed to be resolved to make the law practical. The country has a mandatory voting law with a fine of 100 tala applied to anyone who doesn't participate in elections. He says the government's response is for the liability to be applied to any eligible overseas-based voter.
They say that if you don't register and don't come here, don't come to Samoa, then you won't get a fine. But what happens if they come here to visit or to do, come back on holiday or whatever? Samoa's
diaspora outnumbers the population of Samoa. According to opposition MP Maulolo Tavita Amosa, 107,000 of 182,000 Samoans living in New Zealand are eligible to vote. It's raised concerns that the Samoan diaspora could unfairly influence local elections. A 2023 Committee of Inquiry found in its countrywide consultations that 95% of Samoans are opposed to allowing overseas Samoans to vote in the elections. Auckland University of Technology Samoan diaspora researcher Dr. Dion Anari says there's varied interest among New Zealand's Samoan community.
There are some Samoans in diaspora who want to be involved because they want to pick who will be in government. And then there are other Samoans in diaspora who don't feel the need to vote because they want to leave it to those who live on the islands. And then there's also Samoans in diaspora who don't care to vote.
Samoa's next general election is expected to take place in April 2026.